Hi, my name is Jay Early, and I want to welcome you to this training on 10 steps to massive success. And I want to start out by asking the question, how big do you want your business to be? I'm going to repeat that. How big do you want your business to be? Because the larger the business that you wish to achieve, the harder the work. Let's go ahead and get started. Step one. Your why. I was told many a year ago that your why has to be big enough to make you cry. Because in business, you're going to have ups and downs. And that why is the one thing that keeps you going. Okay? Example, my why is my wife and my kids, and definitely my grandkids. Okay, that's my why. You have to ask yourself, what is your why? Now, one of the biggest questions is, of course, when you talk about why, of course, is why are you doing this business? And in doing business, a person has to have goals. If you just start a business and say, well, look, I'm in the business because I want to make money. Nah. I'm going to tell you right now, quit. You'll never make it. Okay? But you can start out and you take the time to sit back and think about this. And you can set up some SMART goals. Now, SMART goals means specific, simple, sensible, and significant. Simple, sensible, and significant. And then you have measurability, meaning meaningful, motivating. Measurability, wow, when you say meaningful and motivating, something that's going to keep you inspired to stay in business. A meaningful result. Okay? It could be the fact that you say, well, I want to retire my mother. That's definitely meaningful, and it's something that should motivate you to go out there and do your business every day. Attainable. Greed, attainability. Can I really achieve my goal? I know I need to retire my mother. I need to be making $10,000 a month. That's attainable. Okay, agreed? Right. Realistic. Reasonable, realistic, and resource result based. So, you don't want to do this. I'll give you an example. You just got into network marketing. You just got into doing network marketing. Okay, you just started your business. And the first thing that you do is you say, I'm going to make $1 million this year. Well, that's like saying I'm going to become a doctor without going through 8 to 10 years of not just college, but internship and everything else that goes along with it. It's not realistic. It's just not going to happen. So this is what it means when it talks about having a realistic goal. And then very important, time stamp. Time-based, time limit, time cost limit, timely, time sensitive. You start a business today, and let's say it's January 1st. And you say 90 days from now, I'm going to be making $1,000 a week. In 90 days. You just gave yourself a time stamp. And I guarantee you, and I won't go there today, but if you get into attraction, understanding the laws of attraction, and you actually make this part of your, I call it your success statement, or your IMs every day, then it will happen. Okay, but that's a whole nother series, and we won't go there right now. All right, let's move on. After your why. This part I'm going to spend a few minutes on because this is very important, and I'm telling you right now, as a successful businessman, this is something that I fought against a lot in the beginning of my career. Okay, is making a list. Think about this just for a second. All of us, we have a circle of influence. Now I want you to look this up just in case you don't understand what I'm talking about. That means that in our daily lives, okay, we touch, or things that we do touch, or we come in contact with, many ways to put it, somewhere between 5 to 600 people. Okay? Sometime you have a chance, Google it. It's a deep subject, get into it, but just for right now, I want you to take my word on it. By far, this is the most important part of your business, is sitting down making a list. It is the most misunderstood and misused. You know, simple business. I'm just going to use this business model right now. Help 3. Some people would say refer 3 into the business, and help them refer 3 into the business. Okay? Can build you a huge organization, because all you're focused on is helping those 3 to help 3. But think of this. What you're really doing is you're helping those 3 to help 3 in their circle of influence. But to do that, of course, you have to start out with having a list. Without a list, you will not be successful. So within the first 72 hours, it is suggested, because we can make you do nothing, you're your own business owner, that you make a list of 200 names. Okay, you're saying, I don't know 100. Yes, you do. Pull out your cell phone. In the old days, we would say pull out your Rolodex, or your, what's the other thing? Your day runner. But now it's just pull out your cell phone. Okay? Start right there. Don't prejudge people. All we're saying is make a list. Now, if you need some help, use a memory jogger. Just Google the terminology memory jogger if your company doesn't offer you one. Okay? And what you do, you're going to find things on there like accountant, your cleaners, the person that does your hair, your nails, where you buy your newspaper, okay, where do you get your laundry done at, where do you wash your car. You know, all these are people that you come in contact with. The waitress at Danny's that you probably see at least once a week, or IHOP if that's what you prefer, or the guy that's serving you the chicken at Popeyes or Papa John's Pizza, the delivery guy. These are all people that are out there sweating, and they need more money. So don't leave them off your list. Okay? If you haven't done your list, you haven't started working your business. And you see I wrote that large. Okay? There is something that changes when you write a list psychologically. If you talk to a 5 to 10 and you get a no, it's a scam, doesn't work, you know that negative stuff. With a list of 200 people, 5 or 10, that's less than 5% of your people. And this is before you've gotten out the door to do all the other marketing techniques that are out there. I want you to just keep that in mind just for a second. It's a psychological powerful with a list of 200 people. When you get your 3, that now means you have 800 people to network with. Think of that. Okay, you got your 3. All right, so you got 200 of yours. They each have 200. Yeah, right. You have 800 people to network with. So what you've done is you're now in a niche market. You haven't even did one classified help wanted ad yet. Now, take that 3 and make it 10. You got the picture? Okay, let's move on. Step 3, set your goals. What is your ultimate goal? Money, time, vacation, family time, or I like to say all of the above. Okay? Let's set proper expectations for money versus a year. If you make $60K a year now, and let's set a realistic goal to replace or double that income first. That's one way to be able to walk off your job. Don't be afraid to tell people this will take work. You need to believe you can achieve it. When you set a realistic goal from the beginning, you are setting someone up. When you set an unrealistic goal from the beginning, you're setting someone up failure. Let people have a chance for success. This is a long-term business. You know, when you get a chance, you can take and actually go to YouTube and just type in goal setting. I know there's experts out there like Brian Tracy, Jim Rohn, and a few others. Okay, but this is your basic. Okay. You know, I always like to say this: people that set a money goal, to be honest with you, okay, if that's your main priority, then you're missing the whole picture. Because in actuality, if you stop and think about it, your money goal is just something to help you achieve your real goal. It's just a tool to help you achieve your real goal. It's not really what you want. You want the effects of the money. That's what you really want. So this one I want you to take some time and really think about and work on it. And again, the first goal, if you're working a job, your first goal should be to work hard enough and smart enough to replace your income. That should be number one goal. And then you can move on to the next, because you can say you definitely, if you replaced your job, then you're now in business for the long term. All right, number 4. Set commitments. If you're going to set a big goal, you need to make commitments. Example, if you want to make $1 million a year, yes, it is achievable. But don't sugarcoat the business. When people ask, do I need to go to meetings, get on calls, get on every training? The answer is yes. It depends on where you want to be in 6 months, 12 months. Do not sugarcoat it. Because think of this. What you do in business, the people behind you will do. Okay? I ran across a video and it talked about, it compared my time in the military, or a person's time in the military, to being in business. And you'll be surprised that the effects your military career will have on your business. It's just crazy. Okay? Googling it, I'm sure you will find a tape on how your military training can affect your business. People will duplicate the bad before they duplicate the good. So what they're saying here is that, number one, by you making a commitment to your business, you're actually setting examples for the people who are in your downline, for the people that you're mentoring, because they're going to do what you do. Commitment means staying loyal to what you said you were going to do long after the mood you said it has left you. It's commitment. It's just like, this is gonna be a heavy one, but I gotta use it. Just like a marriage commitment. Okay? There were commitments involved. And I'm going to leave it there on that subject right there. Let's move on to the next one. Number 5, set weekly goals. We work this business by setting short-term weekly goals. This is the secret to success. Yes, you set long-term goals also. Okay? But, you know, me, this is my belief, especially for you younger folks. Okay? That you should have a 5-year goal and then work your way backwards to a daily goal. That's just my belief. How do you eat an elephant? Long-term goals are good, but if you try to eat the whole elephant at once and you don't hit it right away, well, it should have been you don't eat it all right away. Well, I like to see somebody eat an elephant. They say an elephant can be eaten. You can eat an elephant. All right, first you better have a good storage facility, but you get the point of what they're trying to say. Okay? Keep in mind what I said. 5-year goal and work your way backwards. That you end up at a year, a month, a week, and a day. We build on little victories. This will extend yours and your team's expiration date. When a penny doubles on day 20, it's like $20. So after 20 months, you're only making 20, you might quit. But on month 31, you're making $1 million plus a month. You need to Google that one in because you find examples of that really works. Build and push for this goal all week. If you can get a whole team working with their head down, working towards their goal, you will see an explosion in your business. Remember, your people are going to do what you do. So in the beginning, it might take 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours for you to set this up. But once you have it set up and written down, guess what? You have a direction. You know exactly what you're going and where you're going to be 5 years from now. If you really sit back and think about that, that's heavy. Now, the other thing is this. If you get it written down, no one can sidetrack you with anything. You know your business that you're in. You know your product. You know where you're going. You know what you want to accomplish. This is yours. It's your business. These are your goals. All right? Number 6, plug into the system. Now this one is very heavy. Plug into the system. This is where a lot of people make mistakes. Okay? Oh, that wasn't, I turned off everything except my emails. My apology. All right. Number 6, plug into the system. Events are the skeleton that you build upon. If you're not, you fool yourself about working your business. That means calls, like we call them prospecting calls. If you have webinars, that could be prospecting webinars, training webinars, weekly meetings. If there isn't one, create one. Home meetings, which are very powerful. And of course, you have conventions, national conventions. Okay? And again, as a business owner, leader, you are the example. What you do, your people will do. If you don't, your team won't. Miss one, they miss two. Be honest, if you don't plug into the weekly meetings, you will not create income. Now that weekly meeting could be a call. Okay, it could be a Zoom meeting. But again, wherever it's at, you need to be plugged into it. Every call. If there's a call 3 days a week, and this is very important, okay? You need to be on each call. You send a message out to your team that morning, that afternoon, and 30 minutes before the call. So therefore, they have no excuse to be on that call or that webinar or at that meeting. Now, when you're there, then definitely they have no excuse to be there. Now, okay, now I understand, sick in the hospital, that's one thing. But if they're healthy, then they need to be plugged in. If they want to be successful, they need to be plugged in. And they're following your leadership. This is what you should tell them. It's very important. Okay. To be successful, I learned this a long time ago also, you have to have a mentor and you have to be a mentor. Got it? All right. Weekly meetings are for reps more than guests. Now remember, the meetings can be a call. It can be a Zoom meeting. You are there to learn. Your new people need them to learn and educate themselves. Because again, all we do in network marketing, everything is a repeat. Do it, wash, rinse, and repeat. Number 7, read a book. Oh, we're getting into personal development. Feed your mind. I'm going to say it again. Feed your mind. Motivate yourself. If you are self-motivated, motivate yourself to read a book. Now that could be read a book, listen to a book, listen to an audio. You see what I'm saying? Watch a YouTube motivational video. Number of good speakers out there. Books are there to stand on the shoulders of giants. Books recommended. I always recommend this one first. Think and Grow Rich. And I've read this several times since, over the last 30 years. Okay. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Everyone needs to read that one. The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Yes. It's a plus. So that's just giving you a start. And they say 15 to 20 minutes a day. Sometimes I've actually done 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Okay, mostly when it's audio, because I can do it while I'm exercising. It's a good way, by the way, to get in your daily personal development. So all this falls into personal development. You can get yourself out of a problem with the same thinking that got you in there. You haven't talked about sponsoring yet because you need to become who you want to sponsor. Wow, that's heavy. Once you master these steps, your sponsoring will go through the roof. Become the type of person you want to sponsor. Okay? Let me say this about this section right here, because it all falls into personal development. You will be doing this your whole career. You will be doing this your whole life. And you'll find out as you get into it, you don't do it just for business. This will affect your life, personal and business. Personal development is for everyone. Number 8, be a good inviter. What's the highest paid skill in this business? Being a good inviter. 3 types of people you invite. People you look up to, people that look up to you, people that you're equal. Invite your friends. Now this is what, I'm going to stop right there just for a second. This is what I say. Okay. Now, right now you're making, let's say, somewhere between $45,000 and $60,000 a month. Okay. And you're okay. You're making ends meet. Now, all of a sudden you're making $100,000 a month. And you decide to go on vacation. Okay? So guess what's going to happen? You're going to look for people who can go on vacation when you can. You're going to look for people who can go to the same places you can. If you decide to go to Europe, you want to have a friend that you can go to Europe with. Now, who wants to go on vacation by themselves? Now, what am I trying to say? You found a way to make $100,000 a month. Why would you not tell your friend about this? It just makes plain sense. But most people get into this preconception. I know my friend's mind. I know what they want. I know what they will and they won't do. Your friend needs money just like you. Your friend wants to make $100,000 a month just like you do. Your friend wants to travel to Paris, drive the best car just like you do. Educate their kids just like you do. So why won't you invite them? They have a decision to say yes or no. If they happen to say no, hey, John, I still love you. Let's stay in touch. Because their no right now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, when they see you driving that brand new car or you just moved into a new house in another neighborhood, guess what? Right. That might be their time then. At least give them the opportunity. It's only fair for them to tell you no. Okay? And still love them. The worst thing that you can do when you are new is to vomit on them. That's crazy. All right. I just said invite them one time. Give them that opportunity. 3 months from now, 6 months from now, either you'll come back to them or they'll come back to you. All you want to do is pique their interest. Don't ever lie about your income or your upline's income, please. I've been in direct marketing, yeah, you might as well say, wow, over 2/3 of my life. Okay, so actually since I was 27. And one thing I learned very quickly. Tell the truth. Just tell the truth. People respect that, and you end up doing more business. Don't invite them over for barbecue, then spring it on them that they're actually there for a presentation. Okay, you can have a barbecue for your family. Just let them know we are also going to take a look at my new business adventure. Hey, we used to have what we used to call them, barbecue meetings. In other words, we'd have it at a barbecue at somebody's house, and we would invite people. But the deal was this: we would get that 15-20 minute video out the way first before we went out and had fun. And everybody knew it, and wow, it was just awesome. All right? Just some words of wisdom. Don't lie to people. Tell them the truth. Give them a right to say yes or no. It's their business decision. All right, number 9. I love this part. I just talked about this the other day. Learn the business. Learn the business. If you were going to spend $1 million on a business, you'd better believe you're going to learn that business. And when they talk about $1 million, I think about McDonald's. McDonald's, you got to go to school before you start. You get into a business, the first thing that you need to do, and I tell everyone this, is that you go into your back office of the business that you're in, and you click every button that's back there, and you read everything that's there. You go to their duplicated website, the one that you're going to send out to potential business partners, and you read everything that's on there. Educate yourself about your business, because you'll never know when that information will come in handy. And the more you know, the more you're the expert. And guess what? The same thing you teach to your people that they bring into business. You tell them the same exact thing. Remember, you're always building leaders in your business. If you were to open a pizza business, you would learn how to make a sauce, toss the dough, etc. Learn how to sign someone up, log into your back office, how the products work, and can benefit a family. Learn how to do a 5-minute napkin presentation. Okay, we call it an elevator pitch, so there's different ways to say it. I always tell people this: you should be able to jump out of an airplane, and before it's time to pull the cord, you should be able to tell people about your business. And that's short of a form. Okay, because remember, all you're doing is piquing their interest. Piquing their interest, pointing them to a presentation, video presentation, call, meeting, whatever. That's all you're doing. If you don't know the simple things, you fool yourself about working your business. Those that fail, those that don't learn the simple things. This is $1 million a year business opportunity. How much do you want to know about $1 million business? Yep, everything. And this is the way you need to look at your business. You are in $1 million business. I'm going to repeat that. Math never lies. So when I say you're in $1 million business, just go do the math. Number 10, be a leader. How do you find your leaders? Leaders don't need to be reminded to go to meetings. Leaders don't miss meetings. Remember, meetings can be calls, webinars, hotel, home. Get your choice. Leaders are those sending the text to remind about training. Leaders volunteer to stand up at meetings and talk, etc. People who step up and take the business serious are leaders. If you are a success in the business or unsuccessful, it's your fault. Not your upline, not your downline. And let me stop you a second. I see a lot of people that always say, it's my sponsor. It's my sponsor. No, it's not your sponsor. It's you. When we go into business, we all have the same opportunity, the same knowledge. We just have to understand that when you're in business and you're becoming a leader, you have to learn how to become a leader. Again, have a mentor and then become a mentor to someone else and teach your student to do the same thing. We all have bad and good upline. Your business is not up to them. If you're not a public speaker, offer to get there early and help set up for meetings. Set home meetings. Invite your upline to present. So what they're saying is that use your sponsor, your upline. If he doesn't have the knowledge, look and see who's above him. If that person doesn't have the knowledge, look and see who's above them. There's always someone there that you can use as an example and you can duplicate. And I'm at number 10, so I know when I push the next button, this is about to end. So let me say this. Go back and watch the video again. Take your time and actually do the things that it's telling you. And I know in my heart that you will become a successful business person in this business. You will become a 7-figure earner if that's what you desire to do. Always, always be a servant. Always be helping others. Always be mentoring others. Because the example that you set in this business will be passed on to others. And yes, you heard it before, so I'm going to say it. The more people that you help to get what they want, you will eventually end up getting what you want. But you have to take your eyes off of you and put it on others. And your just rewards will come to you in big numbers. Now, I pray in my heart that you've got something out of this. And most important, everyone that you bring in the business, you point them to this video first. It will make growing your business a lot easier if we're all on the same sheet of music. God bless. And I will see you at the top.